In this video, I'm going to show you how to make this dress that I'm wearing. It has a gaiter skirt. This is the fabric. I use about 3.5 meters for this fabric. You can buy 4 if you want to make a lot of gaiters. Here I was showing you, if you want to take off this thing, you just use your hot iron and iron over it. It will be easy to take it off after you're done ironing it. So here I was drafting my bag, so I have done a lot of videos showing you how to make a wrap dress. I even make a pattern video for it. If you have the pattern, you can just use it and cut your pieces for the top of the dress. So here I was just drafting the back, so I was marking the length of my top, which is 17 inches. So yeah, I was drafting the back is on fold. So I went on to mark half of my shoulder measurement, which is 8. Then I mark 3 inches and 1 inch for the back neck depth. Then I draw a curved line for my neckline. So then after marking my 8 inch for my shoulder, I come down by 1 inch. Then I join it to the neckline to drop my shoulder by 1 inch. Then I went on to draw a line. Then I marked my armhole depth, which is 8. Then I drew my chest line. So this is my chest line, my armhole depth line, this one. So I'm gonna take my bust measurement and divide it by 4. The answer that I get, I will mark it on my chest line, and I also add 1.5 inch for sewing allowance. You can add any sewing allowance that you like. So this is my bust measurement divided by 4 and 1.5 inches for sewing allowance. Also, it's gonna take my waist measurement and divide it by 4. The answer that I get, I'm going to mark it on my waistline plus 1.5 inch for sewing allowance. So this is my pattern done. If you want to put a dart, you can put a dart. I also have a video showing how to draft the pattern that have a dart on it. You can go and watch that. This one, I don't put any dart on it. It all depends on you. If you want a dart, me, I don't want a dart. So I went on to add 1/2 inch for joining at the bottom, and at the shoulder line I added 1/2 inch. Went on to cut my pattern. So this is the pattern for the back. We are cutting the front, so I left about 5.5 inches for my wrap extension. Just going to join it to my shoulder line. So this is the front. So at the bottom I came up by 2.5 there. I'm gonna come in by 1/2 inch for my armhole for the front. I'm just gonna trace the same thing. The only difference is the neckline and the armhole for the front piece. So I went on to cut it. I was pinning it, so it will be easy when I'm cutting it. So this is the front. I'm going to cut 2 pieces. See, this is my front. My front. Just gonna come in by 1/2 inch at my shoulder, at my armhole for the front. So this is what I was cutting. So these are my pieces for the dress. So what I will do, this is the back. I'm just gonna join it at the shoulder and on the side seams. Then I come back to show you what to do next. So this is it. Gonna place it like this and pin it. Please pin your work so this, I have sewn the top together. See, I have sewn the top together. I'm sewing the top together. See, it's done. If they hold there, I'm going to also gonna overlap it. The length of my fabric is 45 inches long. For the first tier of my skirt, I cut 3 pieces. The second one, I cut 4. But if you like, you can just multiply your waist by 3 for the first tier. The second one, you can multiply the first tier by 2 to get the bottom part of the skirt. The length that I used was 14 for the first part of the skirt. The second one was 10 inches. So if you like, for the first tier, multiply your waist by 3 or 2 inches. This will depend on you, how much fabric you have. If you have less fabric, you can use 1.5 for the first tier or 2 for the second, to cut you the girders, cut pieces to make girders for your dress. So I'm going to join this part and together and make sew a girder stitch at the top. So this part is for my wrap pieces. So this one is 25 by 3 inches. The other one is 14 inches. I don't usually measure my rope for my wrap dress. I just cut any piece I like. So I'm just gonna fold it like this and sew it and turn it to the right side. So this is it. I have sewn and ironed them. See, I have 2 for the short and 2 for the long ones. If you like, you can just use the 2 long ones. I'm just gonna show you now. So I have 4 wrap pieces for my wrap dress, you see. So this is my wrap dress. So the short one, I usually put one inside and one outside. You see, I left this place unsewn there, so I'm just gonna pin this one and sew it to the side. For the first one, the longer ones, I usually put them on the front of my of my dress, so I leave about a half an inch for joining. Then I pin my ropes at the front, both of them long ones. I pin them at the front. See, I pin them at the front. Please subscribe if you find any value in this video. Just gonna pin them and take it to my sewing machine. The other one, I just pin it inside, the shorter one. I usually pin it inside of my wrap and I sew it on the side seams. So yeah, I'm going to sew them, but if you like, you can just put two, you see, and leave a space there unsewn at the side. You're just gonna use these front ones and wrap your dress around you. So if you don't want to put four, but phinifa inama wraps ney'ntambo ezo-4, so yeah, that's why I'm using 4. So this is it. I have sewn so the wrap ropes to the top. See the other one, wrap it on this side. So yeah, now gonna work on the bottom part of the dress. See, so this is it. I have sewn the first head and I have gathered it, the first hair of the dress. So this one is the second one. See, I have sewn one gather stitch, but please sew two gather stitch, so if the other line breaks, you won't lose your gather. So I just sew one stitch, then I'm going to gather it and sew it to the first part of the skirt. See, gonna sew this one. Just gonna take my pins. See, I'm gonna sew it to the top of the dress. I'm gonna pin it and I'm gonna adjust my gather to fit the dress, the top part of the dress. See, also gonna do the same thing for the second part of the dress. You see, I have pinned and sew. See, I was done sewing the skirt parts to the dress. You see, I have sewn it together. The dress is starting to take shape now, so I'm just left with the sleeve and how to finish the neckline. So yeah, to finish the neckline, I just measured around the neckline and cut a fabric which is 3 inches and the length of my front neckline. So I'm just gonna use the bodice band to finish my neckline. Then I'm gonna fold the bottom 2 times and hem the bottom. Now I'm going to work on the sleeves. So see, my fabric is folded into 4 parts there. I'm just cutting my sleeves. So this length of my sleeve is 8 inches. I'm just gonna start my sleeve there. So I was drawing my starting point of my sleeve, and I went on to mark 4.5 inches for my cap for the bicep line. So now just gonna measure around my bicep and divide by 2 and mark it there where my sleeves end there, and divide by 2 and mark it there. I was marking half of my around the sleeve, then I drew a line. So this is my sleeve. I have a detailed video showing you guys how to draft the sleeve. If you don't understand what I'm doing, you can go watch that video. So I was drawing my sleeve here. So this 2-inch, I usually leave about 3 inch at the top. I want to make girders at the top. The space that I leave, you see there, just gonna make girders there. So I have a little puff sleeve at the top of my sleeves. Then I added 1.5 inch for sewing allowance at the side of my sleeve. Then I went on to cut my sleeves. So I'm cutting 2 sleeves at the same time. So this is my sleeve. Going to sew it to my dress. Please like this video if you find it useful. So I was marking the center of my sleeve. So these are my 2 sleeves. Just gonna take them to my sewing machine and sew them at the side, and I'm gonna run a loose stitch at the top and gather them at the top. See, I have hemmed the bottom. I also went on to join the band. I went on to top stitch it so it will have a nice finishing. This is my sleeve. Like I said, I want it to be have a little puff at the top, so that is why I left it 2-inch. So I gathered it on my sleeve. So this is my dress all done. So thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting my channel. So this is the dress. Thank you guys for the support. Yeah, so this is me wearing the dress. It is too, yeah. Thank you guys.